What's up, creative community? Once again, this is Lorenzo from the Coach MC Studio. So whether you're an actor, an entertainer, or a performer, this is the place where we'll help you to shape unique behavior delivery, so where we'll help you to get recognized in the audition room. And today, I want to talk about success. I want to talk about excellence. I want to talk about stepping our game and self-improvement and how we can achieve that on a daily basis by really working on our talents. I want to disclose in a couple of seconds, but make sure if you're here for the first time and if you're interested in mindset tips and acting tips and how to become a better actor and having a great career starting for yourself, then please make sure to subscribe. And if you've got any other questions after this video, make sure to hit me up with a nice email on thecoachofc.studio. But now, without any further ado, let's dive right into it and let's see what's cooking. We're here because it's called show business. We're here because we want success. We're here because we want to show something. We want to demonstrate our talents. We all want to impact our audiences. We all want to sell our products. We all want to become a better version of ourselves. We all want to create something really important, truly meaningful. We all want to deliver value at a certain point. And we all want to see our names in big letters on that billboard whenever we are entering the movie theater. So where does this success come from? It's part of our culture, right? And this kind of links into my latest video. Make sure to check it out. It's the acting culture. I highly recommend it. But this is kind of a follow-up on that, because that culture doesn't really happen overnight. That culture doesn't spontaneously and sporadically just pop up inside of ourselves. It doesn't really just rain down and then boom, it happens and all of a sudden we are stars. You know, overnight success, it takes 10 years in the building, but what does that building mean? How can we build it up? Because we all want to be excellent. But excellence is not something that happens just like this. It's not an act, it's a habit. So if we involve ourselves with excellent people, with excellent material, with excellent culture, if we dive into the profundity of our talents, if we really study where our masters have been and how we can adopt from them and learn from them in the present and take our talents into the future so it will be eventually appreciated by our audiences, then all of a sudden we understand that there are certain tools that we need to kind of have to put to work in order to make that transition happen, in order to build that cathedral of success up. Success is nothing else than searching for the excellence inside of ourselves. And how can we become excellent? By really practicing every day, by really indulging ourselves with excellent and great and fantastic material. You see, if you involve yourself, if you just watch bad movies all the time, then you know, you will become just a bad actor. If you watch great movies all the time, you understand what greatness really is, right? We become what we are on a daily basis. If our habits are great, if our habits are excellent, we become great and excellent. If our habits are toxic and full of flaws, if we procrastinate, if we lose time and energy over stupid things that really don't serve us anything, then we become exactly that. Obfuscated, distracted, disoriented, and not really on point. You know, our energy flows where our focus goes. We flow into the direction, we lead our energy, we put our energy into the channel where our focus is. If our focus is on excellence, on practice, on habits, on shaping ourselves and becoming better each and every day, then our energy will help us to build that up. If our focus is on stupid things, on things that are distracting us, or on things that are not really serving the purpose, if we consume bad media all the time, if we consume bad movies all the time, if we consume bad food all the time, if we are just around bad people all the time, if we have bad habits, then out of this, nothing great can be born. Before we aim at that success, we need to establish that success for ourselves. Before we want everything from the world, we need to want something from ourselves. And that needs to be the highest standard possible. The higher the standards for ourselves, the higher the standards for the people who are watching us will be. You know, we attract what we are, involving ourselves with the whole time. So if we are involving ourselves with excellence all the time, we attract excellence. If we involving ourselves, our focus, our energy, our concentration, our thoughts with successful people, successful stories, great scripts, great culture, if we constantly work on our craftsmanship, on our tools, on our instruments, if we look out for the best people out there, for the greatest mentors, for the biggest resources, for the best books, then we will attract the best people in the industry, the greatest mentors, and the greatest opportunities. If we set our bar too low, if we are too humble, if we are too modest about where we want to go, but we have that wish, then there is some sort of discrepancy inside of us, right? We are aiming high, but we are preaching low. And that is not working. We need to kind of, catch up with our wishes, with our desires. If we have big wishes, big desires, high standards, if we want everything from the world, then we need to want everything from ourselves. Then we need to push ourselves to the limit, constantly, relentlessly, on an everyday basis. And that is actually a quote from Aristotle, who said, "Excellence is something that happens because it's a habit. Excellence comes from putting in a major amount of work every day to search out for the best instruments, the best resources, the best possible way of improving yourself in order to achieve that high standard of quality for yourself. And your standard needs to be always higher than anyone else's standard. Because if you settle your bar too low, if you settle for mediocrity, if you're too modest about what you want to achieve on a daily basis, then there won't be any traction, there won't be any progress, there won't be any evolution going on with your career, with your life. If you set your bar too low for your next audition, if you just want to deliver a mediocre self-tape, of course you're not going in and saying, I'm just having a mediocre audition, but maybe your standard is too low, maybe you're satisfied too early, maybe you're not working enough and you're not pushing yourself enough, not to the limit. Because hey, there are a lot of people out there wishing for the same thing. And there are a lot of people aiming at your goal. And there are a lot of new artists coming into your market. So if you really want to fortify yourself in your niche, in your market, in your culture, like I said, check out my latest video, then you need to build up something that is strong, a stronghold. It's called keep for a reason, because you keep your energy inside of there. Excellence comes from practicing that, from keeping that energy, from leaving everything out that is unnecessary, to fight off your enemies, your demons, your toxic habits, everything that is not serving the purpose, and really just keeping in what's valuable, what's precious, what's great about you. You have so many great stories to tell. You have so many great faces to show. You have so many incredible nuances you can play with. Your talent is far greater than you will actually believe. Your energy will take you and carry you far further than you might assume of yourself. But if you haven't tried it in the first place, then you don't know where your limit is. Then you don't know where this barrier actually is, where that frontier, that magical frontier is, where the Emerald Town is, popping up when it's actually happening for you. So you need to kind of set your boundaries and then cross that boundary, and then set another boundary and cross that boundary again. It's a game of practice all day long throughout your career, and it will never stop. And once you are in the industry, once you are part of that culture, of that niche that you wanted to be part of, and once you are experiencing the first steps and you're getting that traction and having a little bit of success, then set the bar even higher. Search out for even more greater people, for better mentors, get even better resources, and push your habits to the limit where the perfection almost comes equally with what you are investing in terms of energy, in terms of talent, in terms of craftsmanship. Excellence, success is something that comes out of your habit. It's not something that other people see in you and they just place a bet on your head. No, they see and they feel that something is going on with you, and that energy attracts them to your product, to your service, to your performance, and that will create a bigger critical mass around what your product can be. And that fulfillment to yourself, that will be appreciated by the audience as well. And if they see that you are improving, they will improve as well. So this is kind of a win-win. This is a positive backlash that you can have with the culture that is surrounding you on a daily basis. Excellence is nothing else than practicing great habits each and every day, relentlessly. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's the whole day. But it's every day getting up with that mission in your mind that nothing will stop you to achieve that summit point. Every day, push your boundaries. Get to the point where you feel like I have done everything I could, everything in my power today to achieve that excellence, to become a better version of myself, to improve dramatically. Whether that's my speech, whether that's my performance, whether that's my micromuscular mimical expressions, whether that's my 30 minutes of not blinking with my eyes, whether that's like smiling like nobody else can smile, whether that's playing the piano, dancing, tap dancing, whatever it is. You achieve that by, searching for everything that's not working and rooting out all the weeds and really creating that manufacturing chain of events that is really helping you to push forward and to gain that momentum, to achieve that success and to become more and more excellent each and every day. So, repeatedly, every day, constantly. That's how you get there. And I wish you all the best with this. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. It fairly helps us really a lot, and it goes such a long way to kind of you support this channel. And also check out my adventures on Instagram where it's the Coach MC, or check out our acting TikTok tactics where it's, happening right now on TikTok as well. Thank you so much guys for sticking with us till the end. It was a great pleasure. See you next time with the next video. And now you're ready to perform.